Good afternoon from Yummy Bee TV. Sending loads of love to you all as usual. Now, I'm just going out for, I'm going to shake a leg tonight, right? I've got about 3 or 4 places to go. But breaking news coming in now. Liam OPRAY has been found guilty of murdering Rico Burton. That case that started in a bar down in Altrincham last year. Who, Rico Burton, is related to Tyson Fury's family as their cousin, I believe, right? So I believe that I believe more messages coming in, Gordon Bennett. It just gets faster and faster every day. I believe that Rico Burton's about 31, right? Liam OPRAY is about 21 years old. He's going to adult jail, right? So he gets found guilty. He also gets found guilty of slashing one of Rico's mates as well, right? So he's got a GBH or wounding with intent or something like that. He's got 2 other charges. So he thinks he's a big game and, you know, he's up for this thing and all that. The reality is, in stark contrast, right? As a 21-year-old, he will be having conversations with people on the outside ever since this thing happened. Now, Uncle Yummy says, you know, I've got close links to Manchester. I say that the Furies won't be doing anything to him by way of violence. As you see already, the reaction in court today, if you listen to it, right, the Fury family are talking about knife crime, stamp it out, doing the right kind of talk. About today's living as kids and what's happening around this country in reality. Uncle Yummy always believes they're not really doing that much about it. But we're going to bring a different perspective and solutions to things, or try to, if you get what I mean, in the coming weeks and months on Yummy Bee TV. Now, the reality is that Liam OPRAY will be aware. He either goes on protection, which he ain't going to do, right? His head's too hard. He's going to go on normal population, normal location in the prison system, right? So he's down there in North at the moment. I reckon he gets between 18 and 23 for knife crime, right? So we knew in the bar brawl, there was a lot of things going on that night, and it's the kind of thing that happens on a regular basis. It nearly happened to me the other day down there as well. But the geezer and whoever's around me that day seemed to have understood when I diffused it with one sentence. You know what I mean? I won't tell you what that is yet. I'll tell you another time. I'll tell you on the live on Sunday, right? Now, we know how the world is. We know how this country is. When you got alcohol involved and blah, blah, blah. He had a history for carrying a knife. He fancies himself. He won't be going on protection, as I said already, right? So the reality is, he knows that there's a chance that he's going to get done. It won't come from the Furies. They know that's not the right way of dealing with things. Uncle Yummy says, if you would have stepped into jail when I was there, I would have taken you out for the Furies, not without their say-so. There's many vigilantes from Manchester, right, and other places that got serious love for the Furies that are not going to like this. It's very hurtful. Everybody that's died around, everybody since I've been out, when I've got close to reality, since I've been out with loss of life and victims and whatnot, and even some of the men that I know that have murdered people, I now understand how it works when you're the one whose family or brother or sister or cousin or nephew or niece or whatever is the one that died. So you know that for every single family where a life has lost, they're going to be really, really hurt. You know what I mean? So I reiterate, Uncle Yummy says the Furies won't do nothing. They don't have to, right? So he'll be waking up. How's he going to do his sentence? Because he's got to wake up every day wondering if somebody's going to take the hit out on him or start an argument with him. Don't care who you are in this life. There's certain places that you can't go and touch without expecting. He will be wise enough, described as a loose cannon. We know what that means, right? So Uncle Yummy says, for the rest of his time in jail, it's not going to rest easy with him. No, it is not, right? And my betting is that he gets touched before too long. That comes out in the news, they got a little cut, like this bit and that bit. You know what I mean? The way that it's gone for others in jail, I don't see no way out of that for him, right? And I state categorically, it won't be from the Furies themselves, right? But Uncle Yummy knows through my links to the north, especially Manchester, he's on borrowed time. I'll break it down clinically for you and honestly as possible without getting anyone into trouble, but he will not rest easy for the whole of that sentence. And another warning as well, like for knife crime. Again, another young kid who thinks that until he gets in there and realizes that it shouldn't be that because people are affiliated to certain people that you get more comebacks. It doesn't matter who you are. When you commit these kind of crimes, a lot of people get hurt. And I've seen it more and more. I've got that case I tell you about in Bromley as well. And the more that I get close to the victims, the more it resonates with me and the more understanding that I got. And this is why I always tell you that I'm glad that I left that life, man. You know what I mean? There's too many hurtful people out there. When you do the biggest thing in this life with crime is when you lose someone close to you. Trust me, soon come. See you later.